Ba-deep-a-dap-a-doop-a-dap-a-doo.
Hup!
Hibbity-hoo.
Hey guys, Jensen here, and I actually forgot to do this video. Somebody wanted me to show my sketchbook, and I forgot to do it, so I'm going to do it now. And after this video, I'm going to take my break. This sketchbook was actually started 3 years ago, and all the way till, I don't know, about last year. The reason why I had to stop it was because everything ripped out, and the whole sketchbook just ripped to pieces. The cover for it wasn't any good, so I had to get a new sketchbook and transferred it over. I wanted to show all my other sketchbooks, but the video is already 12 minutes long now, and if I added all my sketchbooks, it'd probably be an hour, and I don't think anybody would just sit there for an hour looking at my sketchbook. A lot of these drawings are taped onto my sketchbook, because I would always draw on printing paper and not the sketchbook, and I would just tape them onto the sketchbook afterwards. The reason why was because I was always really organized on how my sketchbook should look. I kind of treated it like a portfolio, and that just defeats the whole purpose of the sketchbook. So if you get a sketchbook, don't try to make it look pretty. Make it, you know, just make it look how you draw. It's a sketchbook. It's not going to always be pretty. So I kind of stopped doing that, and a lot of these characters in the sketchbook was I actually put them in ToonHeadz. I would sketch them and then be like, I can add this to ToonHeadz, so I did. I actually did that for somebody's tattoo. They wanted that, and I drew it out, and they didn't want it tattooed anymore, so I kept it, put it in there. Flippity flip. I don't know why I did that. This is actually a great way to practice your line art. So if you ever like line art, just start doodling with a pen, and you'll make some crazy designs. See, here's a couple of characters from ToonHeadz. There's Biker Ben and Old Drunken Sailor, or something. I don't know. That was actually the first ToonHeadz. Some of these are on my old channel too. That Viking is. There's Mohawk Man. I like the little backgrounds. It really pops out the drawing sometimes. There's Big O-Chin Baird. I actually did that one with NB Carlo. That was the sketch for it. And then I blew it up on Bristol board and drew it. Well, didn't blow it up. Drew it bigger. Bristol board. That's actually the first drawing I colored. That one just recently. A lot of these drawings aren't finished, and that happens with sketchbook. There's Marlon Brando. And some of these drawings are copied from some of my favorite artists. What's really funny is that I remember about when I drew these, or where I was when I drew them. Like this one, for example. This one was before Dark Shadows came out, and nobody knew any better that it was going to be a terrible movie. And if you like that movie, I'm sorry. It was bad. From what I heard. I never saw it, because when somebody says it's that bad, I'm not going to see a movie. This is actually all brush practices from the Winsor Newton little brush. And I never really got around to mastering that. And this is a dumb little comic I did. I don't remember what it says. You can read it. I remember drawing these at the hospital, and everybody was grumpy looking, except for that one lady that was smiling. I think she was like clinically insane. About around here is when I started going out in public and drawing, getting out of my comfort zone, and going out. There's a ton of faces to draw outside of your house, so. And this is when I started doing caricatures a little bit more. I've always liked the idea of caricature art, and I didn't apply caricature art into my characters, but kind of the feel for it, like the exaggeration and stuff like that. And I never really got good likenesses, and that's something that you gotta practice. Like that one, that was my cousin, it looks nothing like him. And since this sketchbook was destroyed because it wasn't a hardcover, I cut some of the drawings out and put them in my new one, and that's the next one. I actually messed up here. That was actually the first page of the sketchbook, and it just got so disorganized. I don't know which one was the first. So, whoops. I like that little guy. The line art's good on it. And that's that little character I used to draw all the time. The little caveman guy. Got him the idea from Ren and Stimpy, because some Ren and Stimpy characters look like that. Alright, so that's that one. Let's look at this one. Trying to open it. This page is sticking. AJ Jensen's Silly Nilly book. And just a heads up, I didn't draw the Adventure Times. That's actually the sticker. There's my SpongeBob. Flippity flip. Some of these drawings are copied too. Some of them not. I remember this guy. I saw him at the grocery store, and he was in the little walker or whatever, the things that you ride around in for your groceries. And I saw him recently, and I'm just like, I drew you, and he looked at me really funny, like, who are you, and why would you say that to me? It's kind of weird looking back on the sketchbook, because you kind of see how much you improved, and it gives you a boost of like energy, like I can draw better. And then you also remember where you were in life during that time, like you're depressed or happy and stuff like that. Oh, that's actually the cutout from the last one that I applied in, and so is that one. So I cut some of the ones out from the destroyed sketchbook and put them in here. My little Santa sketch that took forever to do. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. How are you this afternoon? Alrighty then. These are actually Steven Silver's little faces, and I applied them in this book. One way of getting better and wanting your style to resemble some of your favorite artists is to draw them, because looking at them, you get an idea, but when you draw it, you get a light bulb, we'll put it that way. These are actually caricatures that I did on Chat Roulette. I thought it was a good idea to get on there and see random people and just draw funny pictures of them. There's caricatures of me and a snake, and I hate snakes. I hate snakes, Jock. I hate them. One thing is, you can actually see the improvement from the last sketchbook to this one. I never colored back then, and now I'm doing it, so I take pride in that, knowing that I'm getting better and better and better. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, it takes a while. Oh, and this was probably the worst reaction to a caricature. Some of the stuff that lady said should not be said to people. I don't think she was happy with it. These are actually cut out and put in this so I can take up more room in the sketchbook, so I don't have to fill it all up. No, I'm just joking. I just wanted to put them in there. There's one I did from TheToonHeadz. That's actually a cutout, because I drew him and then I scanned it and colored him on the iPad. Some of these pages aren't all the way done. I want to fill up a page as much as possible. One thing that I know about what I do in a sketchbook is I go all out on the first page, and then once you keep on going and going, like it just gets deserted. You'll just see one sketch or something like that. And I think that's it for no. I did that for the caricature contest. I forget the actor's name, but I still got to finish this one, so I got a long way to go. All right, let's go to the next one. Reason why I didn't finish that one was because my friend gave me this for Christmas, and well, that's Nate Cap's Beast Head sticker. I put it in there. I didn't draw that. I'm not gonna say I did, even though I should, because it's awesome. This book is actually all public drawings, except for that one. Some are copied. Like that's from Steven Silver's book. His little The Art of Silver. It's really cool flipping through. That's one of the reasons why I kept on sketching in sketchbooks, because looking at that man's art is just inspirational. You just kind of want to make a sketchbook look like that. And that's Will Terrell. Copied that. Try to get in his head a little bit. I love that man's art. You should go check him out on YouTube, because his sketchbook's brilliant. A little envious of it. And that's one of the reasons why I moved on to the Moleskine, actually, because he has a Moleskine sketchbook, and I'm like, I want one like this. I want a pretty sketchbook like this man's. So I got this one and just started going out of my comfort zone and drawing people in public. So all these people I seen, and some you'll flip through, and some I've copied. I'll tell you if I did, just because I'm a nice man. Kind of scratched that guy out because I didn't like him. I think those were all from memory. Some of the sketches I'm from memory. Oh, that guy. He was the only person that caught me drawing him, and he wasn't happy about it. One thing I like about drawing as public is I always try to look for old people first, because old people just have so much expression and detail in their face, and it's just so fun to draw. We're gonna skip like that guy. That's a lot of detail, and it's pretty. Oh, and those lines, that's actually from getting loose before you start drawing. Sometimes I'll get a piece of paper before I start sketching and just start making lines to get me all loosened up. That one's from the ISCA. Some kid wanted a caricature. I did not scan that for him yet. I need to go do that. Some of these, that one's from memory. I remember doing that. Just practicing around with colors and shapes. And this is when I started changing my style up, because, well, that's actually, well, we'll come back to that. That's a Nate Cap sketch from his book Beasted? Anyways, back to what I was saying about the style. Dan Hay, he makes great caricatures, and I just like the way he does it, so I kind of pulled that out a little bit. And I'm not too good at drawing eyes, getting a likeness down, so I'll just make dots. It's a good way to avoid the situation. There's Abe Lincoln, so this one not long ago. I try to get a sketch in a day. As much as I can, because if I don't draw a day, I kind of feel unaccomplished, like I didn't do my duty. One thing about a sketchbook is you'll want to draw more. You're like, I want to fill this up. And I did that one today, actually. waiting around at Free Comic Book Day. But that's it. If you guys like the video, like it. If you want to, you can subscribe because you'll see other people's videos of them drawing. And this is AJ Jensen saying, see you later. Have a good one.